Okay, welcome back to Shaving Down Under. I'm Doug. It's Monday morning. Running late as usual. Today, just going to go revisit another soap. And this is MacDuff's Prairie Rum Runner. And great company, MacDuff. Just lovely smelling soap. We're going to roll with the Billy Goat synthetic. Love that coloured handle. It does something for me. Probably a lot of other people out there think, oh, it looks like vomit. But no, I love it. And we're gonna use a Persona 74 again. And this time we're going with this bad boy. Let's get my hand behind there. So this is a Gillette Tech hollow handle. Just unusual knurling on the handle itself. Hopefully that is focusing. It's made in England. There's the base plate, you can see. They made a lot of different base plates for techs over the years, and even just yesterday, this group I'm involved with, they found another Gillette base plate that no one had seen before, and Mr. Razor is one of the members of this group. So there you go. Okay, let's just jump straight in. Rightio, so I've whipped it up. Too easy, eh? So this is a company that their soaps really produce a really creamy lather. Don't have to work hard to get it up and run it. It's beautiful. The old synthetic doesn't like to splay as much. Oh, we got it. Yeah, lovely lather. Look at that. A lather that you could show off to your mum. Look at this, mum. Rightio, so I've never shaved with this razor before. I suspect it's just going to be fairly mild. To be honest with you, I don't even know where I've got the razor. Now I know I wouldn't have bought it. So it would have been one of those deals where there was a razor in the picture, I wanted that razor, and this was just thrown in. Or it could have been one of the auctions I bought from, because I think there was a couple of times there where there was a razor I wanted, and they just do groups of things at the average auction, and there was a couple where it was just a small bowl full of old razors, so that might have been where it came from as well. But so far, so good. Early days, though. Going with the grain. So I do have a chart of all the unusual Gillette techs. So what I'll do is I'll pop that up on this video so you can pause it and have a look for yourselves and maybe see if there's a razor you got laying around that you don't know much about and it's in that list. Not sure what Gillette's thinking was. Whether they just would try just a run of something different. Yeah, this is a mild shave. Big test for the persona. No. There's the first pass. Razor washes out easy. What more can you ask for? How good does that feel? I've got way too much soap that I need. I don't care. So one thing we do know is Gillette themselves were not immune to making their own Franken razors. Whereas they had cases left over, they'd throw different razors into them. You got to hand it to Gillette back in the day. Like, he pretty much started it. And there were a lot of imitators and competitors that came up against him. But not many stuck around, really. And you'd have to say the only brand that did go the distance and still there today is Schick. I do have a chic razor. I must pull that out and use that one soon as well. Another razor I'd like to get hold of is a Barbasol. Got close to pulling the trigger a couple of times. Price wasn't just quite right. There's probably one I should have gone for. It was in the case, it was very nice, but it started getting up in price. But it was on an auction on the bay. Now I'll mix usual places. Alright, second pass done. So a razor like the Tech, back in the day, the old mates, that's all they would have been using, just these old Techs. The wealthy fellas, they'd get the better razors. But then some of those working class dads, you know, their family would buy them a beautiful Aristocrat or, you know, a top of the range razor for Father's Day or Christmas or his birthday. Being the sentimental old bloke that he was, he'd just tuck that away in the sock drawer and only shave for a special occasion. wedding anniversary. Because this was his daily drive. That's what he was used to. Because that old aristocrat was out of sight, out of mind, just stuck in the back of his sock drawer, which no doubt was full of socks that had never been used, and he was still just banging away on 5 pairs or 7 pairs of socks for 20 years. It'd eventually end up in our hands, us collectors. Shame, really. The old boy should have used it. But even something like the aristocrat compared to this is fairly aggressive. In the scheme of things, the aristocrat isn't aggressive either. Rightio. So there's the persona. I've just taken it out, rinsed it off. Gwen gave me a couple of these little blade containers. They're for drying off your razor blade. There it is, sitting in there. Gets plenty of air in each end. Dries off nicely. Now I've been told the secret to these personas to get them to last long is you don't wipe them. You just let them air dry. So remember that. If you've got some personas at home, some 74s, or you're on the prowl looking for a tuck or a dispenser of them, just keep that in mind. Never wipe them. Apparently it takes the coating off. That's what we don't want. So this razor, it was good. The aristocrat's still the razor for me. Just a little bit too mild for my liking. But if it was just for an everyday shaving, you know, you're 5 days a week going to work, this thing would be a banger, a real banger. Okay. Got the aftershave. Bay Rum, their interpretation. Smells nice. Just dry my hands off. Maybe used a little bit too much. But nothing bad. Better to smell good than to smell bad, people. Yeah, just lovely. So, yep, that was an interesting shave. The Persona did good again, just a couple of little nicks there, which is just sort of, is that my weak spot? And yeah, if you see one of these out there, look, don't spend big money on it. I don't think they're worth much. But you might be able to pick them up at a antique shop, or if you see them online, you know, don't pay more than $20. Okay, that's it. I gotta go. Got to get this week started. Got to go to the post office. Michael, your dispenser will be on the way in about 30 minutes, and I've got another razor that I've sold, and that's winging its way to Victoria, an old aristocrat. Okay, people, enjoy your week, and shave well. Chat soon. Ciao.